Hey guys, Mr. Flanders here, and welcome to day 4 of ELA and spelling with our packets. And before we jump into our worksheet today, which is a pretty lengthy story that we're going to read together, I wanted to go over a couple of reminders real quick of our sounds, okay? Because I know some of my friends might forget what some of the sounds sound like, and that's completely okay, all right? One of the sounds I wanted to make sure everybody remembered was the two E's together, okay? The two E's together, you'll notice, have the lines over the top of them, okay? Now you're not going to see this in a regular book. You're only going to see this in the stuff that we read in our class. And that's because we're teaching you how to get those sounds so later on we can take these lines away and you can see the regular word, okay? But when you get these two E's together and they have these lines over them, they don't make the eh sound like an E usually makes. They say E, E, okay? E. And something similar happens with this O, okay? When we have a line over this O, it's not making the ah sound, it's saying O, 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 all right? So remember that as we jump into our reading lesson for today. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about sounds, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the worksheet in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and take a look at our short story today. And before we really get into it, though, the first thing we need to put at the top of our paper is our name. Let's get that done, please. All right, name is there. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this story. Before we get into it, let's make sure we're looking at our sounds like we were just talking about. We've got the O sound here because that line is over the top of the O, so we're getting that long O sound. We've got the two E's right here, and when they're put together, they make the long E sound. Okay. You'll notice that the E and the R right here, we've got the sound because they're put together. All right. I think that's about it for now. Let's go ahead and read this story. Okay, before we do, you know what? I want to take a second. Before we read the story, though, let's look at the picture. What do we think this picture, or what do we think the story is going to be about based off of this picture? Yeah, I mean, we got a dog up here barking at the tree. We've got this cat just hanging out here like, yeah, this guy is being incredibly silly. What is going on? All right, well, let's take a look then. A dog and a cat go for a walk. The cat runs up a tree. The dog runs up after her. The cat jumps down, but the dog can't jump as well as the cat. The dog has to bark for help. Ooh, all right, so the dog's not barking at the tree, he's barking for help. He's stuck. All right, well, it's a pretty good story. You know, a dog and a cat go up for a walk. The cat runs up a tree, and the dog runs up after her. The cat jumps down, but the dog can't jump as well as the cat. The dog has to bark for help. So we have 6 questions we need to answer about this story. They are true or false questions, but we're not saying true or false. We're going to say yes or no. Okay? So if it did happen, we're going to say yes. If it didn't happen, we're going to say no. First question. A dog and a rat go for a walk. Was it a dog and a rat? No. It was a dog and a cat. So the answer is going to be no. Okay, number 2. The cat runs up a hill. Yes or no? What did the cat run up, everybody? It runs up a tree, and we know that because it says the cat runs up a tree. So we're going to circle no for that one. Number 3. The dog runs up a tree. Yes or no? Well, the answer is yes, the dog ran up a tree. We see that in the picture. Okay. Number 4. The cat jumps better than the dog. Yes or no? Well, do we remember why the dog is stuck in the tree? Okay, if you remember the story, the cat ran up the tree and the dog followed, and the cat jumped down. But the dog can't jump as well as the cat. So the cat jumps better than the dog. That is yes. Okay. Now you'll notice I'm getting all of these answers from the story and from the picture, okay? So sometimes when you're reading a story and you have questions you need to answer, it's okay to go back and read the story again. It's okay to also look for those certain parts of the story that give you those answers. So number 5. The dog helps the cat down. Yes or no? Well, the cat's down just fine. The dog is stuck. So did he help the cat down? No. Not at all, my friends. Not at all. And then, number 6. The dog barks for help. Yes or no? Now, we already know that the dog barks for help because that's how the story ends. The dog has to bark for help. We also know the dog is stuck in the tree and he is barking in this picture. So yes, the dog barks for help. That's a yes. All right, that was a good lesson, guys. That was a really quick lesson. Okay, what I would like my friends to do from this lesson, though, because it was such a quick lesson, is practice reading the story with your parents. Okay, really work on practicing those phonic sounds, especially like the long O sound, the long E sound, okay, that blending sound with the ER, It's even here in the word her. All right, so go ahead and focus on that. After you read the story with your parents, you can color this picture of the dog and the cat. All right. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you'd even like practicing reading to me, please reach out to me on Class Dojo. I would love to hear it. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and prep for our spelling lesson, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Hey guys, Mr. Flanders here, and welcome to spelling. This week's going to be a little bit different than last week in that each spelling video is going to have me going over the spelling words at the start of each video, which is what I'm doing right now. So before we jump into the worksheets, please join me as we go over what our spelling words are this week. Here we go. All right. Our first word is to. What word? To. Our second word, in. What word? In. Word number 3 is. What word? Is. Number 4, you. What word? You. Fantastic. All right, take a big breath in. Blow it up. Here we go. Word number 5. Man. What word? Man. Number 6. Can. What word? Can. Number 7. Ran. What word? Ran. And then our last word is pan. Pan. What word, everybody? Pan. That's right. All right. These are our 8 spelling words for the week. Please join me in just a second on our worksheet for the day. I'll see you in a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into our spelling lesson today. First things first, names at the top of the paper, please. Mr. Flanders. All right, you go ahead and make sure your name is going at the top of the paper, not Mr. Flanders, because I am Mr. Flanders. Okay, we're going to look at this worksheet here. It's actually a really easy worksheet. I know it looks like a lot, but it's not. So just like we did last week, we're going to use our word bank here of our spelling words to find the best word to finish the sentences. I'm going to do the first 1, 2, 3, 4. You are going to do the last 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? And obviously you can't repeat spelling words. So if there's a word that doesn't sound right in that sentence, make sure you're not using that word then. Okay? You can only use the words once. You can't repeat them, guys. You can't repeat them. Okay? Let's go ahead and jump into it, though. And we're going to look at our first sentence. Number 1. The cat blank fast. Okay, what word could it be? There's actually 2 words that could fit here, but only one of them is the right word. So some of my friends might want to use the word is. The cat is fast. And that is a great sentence, but we're not using is here. Is actually for one of the other sentences. Okay? What we're going to want here is actually the word ran. The cat ran fast. So let's go ahead and write that in there. Okay. Ran. The cat ran fast. Very good, my friends, very good. Okay, next one. I want blank see the hat. I want blank see the hat. Okay, let's go ahead and try the word you. See if that fits. I want you see the hat. I want you see the hat. That doesn't really sound like it fits. Let's try can. I want can see the hat. I want can see the hat. Does can fit? Nope, it does not fit. What about to? I want to see the hat. Does that fit? I want to see the hat. Yes, it fits. So we're going to write the word to, and we're going to cross out the word that we used. All right. So far, so good, my friends. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. She blank pretty. She blank pretty. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is where is comes into play. I know we wanted to use it up here in this first sentence, but this is the sentence we need it in. She is pretty. Is. Okay? She is pretty. Number 4. The at that blank at sat on the at mat. That blank sat on the mat. Let's try you, like we did earlier. That you sat on the mat. That you sat on the mat. Does that fit? No, absolutely not. Let's try man. That man sat on the mat. That man sat on the mat. Does that fit? It indeed fits, my friends. So we're going to write and man. At man sat on the mat. Very good. I'm going to cross out man. And we've only got 4 words left to use. In, you, can, and pan. Okay? It is going to be your job to figure out where those words fit in sentences 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get going. Gentle reminder, though, before I go, if the sentence doesn't sound right, try a different word. Okay? I know that it's easy to just go, I'm going to put a word there and I'm going to be done. Yeah, but that's not going to help you build your vocabulary. And we need you guys to be great readers. We need you guys to be great at talking with us. And that's why this stuff is important. So make sure you're putting the right words in those sentences and that they sound right. Okay? Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you later, okay? Stay safe, stay strong, stay positive. Catch you later.